you'll see me looking over here. I'm going to be, yay, we're live. Okay. I just got to find us and pin us to the top so everybody can find us. I found that, early on, everybody, like, just so you know, when I first did my first event, nobody could find the lives. It was like this big thing, and everybody was so frustrated because they couldn't find them. So I found that as soon as I go live, I have to pin it to the top really fast so people can see it. And yeah, but the problem is then it looks like I'm like doing other things. Like, did you mean to go live?
Attention to me, like that's not a very. No, I know it's not easy. It's not easy.
Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying your day so far. We are pretty much halfway through the first day, and my DMs have been blowing up. My inbox has been blowing up. You guys have had so many amazing comments. And today, right now, I am getting ready to talk with Nikki or Nicole.
Tell me either. I go by either. It's totally fine. I know if it's Nikki, then I know we're talking about real estate mentorship coaching platform.
And she is by far one of my favorite speakers. I have her back time after time after time because you guys love her just as much as I do. Nikki, will you please introduce yourself to everybody, tell everybody who you are, what it is you do, and then we're going to dive in. We're going to talk about some fun techie stuff when it comes to lead generation.
Yes. Okay, good. So thanks, Tara. Hey, everyone. So I'm Nicole Briggs. I also go by Nikki B. My platform on Instagram is _Nikki B. Really, I am this mentor, coach, realtor, mom of 4, and I've been in the business for 17 years. Can we say that? 17 years? Like, oh my gosh. It just goes by so fast. But I just have a huge passion. I have a strong desire to really share a lot about real estate and how to navigate this business and stop really, like for me, it's to stop making everything such a big freaking secret. Like it drives me crazy that when I first started, I wished I would have had platforms like this to have conversations about what's going on in the real estate industry. So that really is just kind of a bit about me. I'm also the founder of Real Estate Talk for Women, a Facebook group, really just dedicated specifically just for that. Like, let's just have a conversation about the ins and outs of the real estate business and not be bothered by all the other crap, if you will. I just want to talk about real estate, and I want best practices, and I hear what's working and what you like and what you don't like. That's what's great about a Facebook group is it really is just building a community.
Yes, 100%. And if you are not inside of Real Estate Talk for Women, I highly encourage that you join that Facebook group. Much like our Facebook group, it is super positive, fun, dynamic. It is not like some of the other groups out there where you go in and you feel like it's doomsday. So definitely check out her Facebook group. It's awesome. We have a lot of fun in there. I love watching all of your trainings. So much fun. But I want to talk a little bit about your topic during this presentation or during this recharge event is all about lead magnets. And I want to dive in a little bit. First of all, if you probably have not seen you haven't seen our presentation yet, unless you are a Power Pass member, you may have watched it. However, tomorrow is when Nikki's presentation is. And she's going to be talking, just really give you the step-by-step basics of what a lead magnet is and what it can do for you. But I want to go in a little bit deeper during this conversation. And I want to talk about, first of all, when did you start using lead magnets?
I actually started using them not knowing I was using them. Let's just say that. It probably took me maybe 3 months into this whole thing this other business that I started doing. It took me about 3 months to actually realize what I was doing. I was doing them wrong, but I didn't know what I didn't know that I didn't know yet. And I always like to be, I'm fine to be the dumbest one in the room. I'm fine with that because I'm going to learn a lot along the way. And I'm going to learn how to do it myself, so that's kind of a big deal. But I learned probably I started using them in about 2019. And really every single thing, I just want to back up real quick and just say for everyone, like, although we're going to dive in a little techie here, it is really an elementary. Once we explain it to you, it's like this light bulb goes on and off, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that this is exactly what I've been hiring people to do for me and paid thousands and thousands of dollars for.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
and it's kind of interesting because I think about if I really think about it, the first time that I used a lead magnet, and I bet you, those of you that are watching, you have done it too. You just didn't know that's what you were doing. But it was when I started doing like my events, like I would do my weekly events for my neighborhood. So it was like I'd be like, hey, sign up so you can get the list of events that are happening. I didn't really realize that that was like a lead magnet at the time, but that was kind of like my first intro. And then another one that I think probably a lot of people have heard of or have seen, but didn't really realize that's what it is like home valuations.
yes, which we paid. Like I've paid Boomtown for the last 8 years. I don't know why my hair looks green, but I thought I'd wear this green shirt today, and I promise you I don't have a filter on, but damn, my hair looks green. Okay, sorry, squirrel. Um, but I've been paying Boomtown for the last 8 years for a platform, or almost 10 years now, almost 10 years for a platform, $1,700 a month. And the home valuation page has not changed unless I complain about it. You know what I mean? Not to say anything bad about Boomtown, because they're great. I mean, they have amazing leads that come from them. But at the end of the day, I teach you in my class exactly how to build a very basic landing page. And you want to put some ad spend to it, put some ad spend to it.
Yeah.
And get your own leads. I think in this year, specifically in 2023, I find in it's the most number one topic that's talked about in my group is lead generation. And then more importantly, how can we best utilize our dollars and save money, because the industry has tightened up so much, and we're not in that list and sell, or frenzy that we were in, or some of us have never even seen a market like this before. So really, how do we save some money? And if you want to know how to do that, really, lead magnets is where it's at.
Yeah. And just to, again, there's an entire presentation on it going
Yeah.
live tomorrow. In like 1 to 2 sentences, just let those listening know, what is a lead magnet? Would you best explain it to someone if you had to give them an elevator pitch?
A lead magnet is either a content, an image that strikes or catches someone's eye, and then has like a sentence that's actually going to draw you in, and then it's going to offer an exchange for something of massive value in exchange for information. Us as real estate agents, we want their emails. Give me your contact information, give me your phone number, like my post, comment on my post, save my post. You're going to get that is a lead. Even if it's just like, say, or a share, that is a lead. And learning to prospect those is key.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that's it.
Yeah.
It's an exchange of information. I'm going to give you this. For that, I would like your email. And people do it to us all the time. Think about when you check out at Victoria's Secret. Go ahead and log in your email here. Can we send you a receipt? The minute you give them your email, they're going to send you all their spam, right? Like you're going to get every single, it's not really spam. They just know that you're a shopper. Well, when you come into my fold and you want to know what your home is worth, guess what? You're going to get assigned to my email marketing. You're going to get assigned to my newsletters. You're going to get assigned to my things. I didn't ask you to come. You came on your own and you exchanged information with me. I know this is a highly, like, one of those questions that people are saying, well, can I add them to my email list? Yes, you can. They opted in to receiving information from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's exciting. There's so many
Yeah.
ways to do it. It's ridiculous. You can't even make a purchase nowadays. You scan a QR code. There's some geo tracker that knew you just scanned a QR code, and you're going to get Best Buy's whatever ads forever until you opt out. It's incredible advertising.
Yeah. That's right. And full transparency, you're actually in a lead magnet right now.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Yes, you are. You
every
signed up
single
for something. You found what I had so valuable. You decided that you would go ahead and give me your email address in order to get access to it. Lead
100%.
magnet, amazing. Now, obviously, this is something that is, we love doing this. I mean, I know we have so much fun doing it. I totally enjoy the events. It's so much fun. And this is an extreme lead magnet. They are much, much
Yeah.
simpler than this,
Oh,
but
for
yeah.
sure. But
Yeah.
but it's such a great way to it's it's like it's like real estate agents have had to step into marketing. And I know for the longest time, a lot of people have been bucking the system and saying, I just don't really want to do that. It's not for me. It's not my thing. Social media is not my thing. Let's listen. Like if you haven't paid attention to what's gone on in the last year, it better become your thing or real estate won't be your thing. Like really, this is how our business is trending and change is good. Like what's happening in the marketplace. And I hope I know we don't have very much time to talk, but I really hope that people understand what's going on across the country with our industry has so much opportunity. There is so much business to be had out there right now. All it takes is a bit more effort on our part to actually think outside the box and how to go find it. And I find it really, really disheartening when I read comments or something where people are like, "Oh, buyers are dead. Go back after sellers." Listen, buyers have never been dead. Sellers have never been dead. Someone's always going to buy. Someone's always going to die. Someone's always going to get divorced. Listen, real estate is going to happen one way or the other. It's just, you got to decide whether or not you're going to be a part of it or not and find a way. That's why you're an entrepreneur. Find a way.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to teach. That's what Tara does. That's what I do. That's what we're here to do is teach you how to get in front of it and how to navigate it,
That's it.
It's exciting.
Navigating, keep moving on. Exactly. And you just said something, and it actually brings me to one of the questions that I had because I thought that it was kind of a fun. I don't know. I'd be curious to see what you say. So I'm putting her on the spot. By the way, these are not
No, I
questions that
kind of was
you
nervous in my
asked.
story. I'm like, oh, you get like
But
Nicole Rogue here.
when I think of lead magnets, I think of the very basic lead magnets, like we said, the home valuation or buyer and seller guides, things like that. But I would love to know, what is a unique lead magnet that you have seen or you have used that you think actually works really, really well
Yeah.
based on the climate that we're in?
Yes. Right now, you should have a book of business of investors. If you don't, start finding one. And how you do that is you call multiple unit owners, you call non-occupied owners, call them. Hi, this is Nicole. I'm just giving you a call. I noticed that you owned a duplex over here on XYZ Lane. I just was wondering if you'd ever thought about selling it. Do I really care? Am I looking for him to sell it? No, I'm not. What I'm looking for is I'm looking to add him to my database. My goal is to build my database so that I can eventually sell to him, right? So I gather these people, the investors. My favorite like lead magnet would be one that you can set out every single week. Like your hot buy for the week, best investment property of the month, best investment property of the week. If you understand cap rates and you understand rate of return, and you can show or share with your client base or that group of investors that you can get them a cap rate that out earns something in their portfolio, they will hire you no matter what the commissions are, no matter what. They're looking to make a move. Millionaires are made in this particular state of economy that we're in right now. And they're the ones that have liquid cash. They're the ones who need to liquidate their assets to make moves in their portfolio so that they can multiply, so that they can build it and grow it. That's what they're in the business to do. So I love investor lead magnets. I'd start with something very basic. If you don't know much about investments, start with a duplex or start with a townhouse. Go talk to a leasing specialist. Go find out what the cap rate is on it. Go find a good one, and then put it up as your hot buy of the week and run it as lead magnet. If you want my list of, here's the best buy for the week. If you'd like a list of additional townhomes available in the area, that you could use as an investment property, click here. And then have a list you can even just take the URL from your MLS. My gosh, this gets so basic, but you can have a list from your MLS, and as soon as they click on your lead magnet, your information form, which I teach you in my class tomorrow, once they click on that, you can just automate and send them a list of those properties that are available to them. Yeah. Once I get talking with an investor, like they just are like, okay, like yes, if I find something that's, a 5 cap or a 6 cap, Can I give you a call? Yes, all day long. Do you have a real estate agent that you work with? I do. I said, well, great. I do too. But if I bring it to you, you're going to sign an exclusive with me. I'm not going to give you the goods if you're not going to work with me. So it's so fun, but that's probably my favorite one, which might be a little bit more technical for some because they don't love to dive into investors. But that's one of my favorites.
I love that because it's different and unique and it's tapping into a resource that not every single agent is tapping into. Almost every agent is like, I need a buyer's guide, I need a seller's guide, I need a home valuation, I need so this is something that's
Everybody
unique and
does that.
different.
Yes, everybody does that. Don't do that. Do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
I always like to tap into the community too. Like pay back a bit to your community. Then just say, hey, we got Christmas coming up, we got Thanksgiving coming up. How about the top 5 or top 10 decorated homes in I live in St. George, Utah. In St. George, Utah, here's the addresses. Click the link for the guide. I'm the real estate professional. I know what's going on. I know the people. I know what's going on in my community. These are and then maybe you run a little contest. Why don't you guys run a little contest and say, which one was your favorite? And then do a little giveaway with someone in your community. Like I have Minky blankets here. I would give away a free Minky for someone that guessed the number one, house that won. Like what a great opportunity for you to show that you're investing in your community, you're showing up for them. And then you're letting them know by your marketing and by all your branding that you're a real estate agent.
Yeah.
So fun. There's so many ways you can tap into this business and you can do it for free. Like go make friends with your small business owners.
So speaking of free though, I'm curious, I have my own thoughts on this, but I would love to know your thoughts. One of the fears I think of any business owner is that you're giving too much away for free.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on how much information is too much information? Is there such a thing?
So I think it depends. I think if you're a real estate agent, you're giving stuff away for free. The only thing you're giving away for free is knowledge. So you have to ask yourself, when you're doing these types of things, how much time did you invest into putting this together? And then the goal is to really gather emails, and then I'm marketing just to my people. I'm not sending this out over the World Wide Web. I'm going just to the people that are in my database, those investors just in my database, okay? Or just in the people that click on whatever, and I'm investing in those people. I think you got to be really careful about getting out on the World Wide Web and saying, more is better. Oh my gosh, because people will run an ad, or else let's just I'll give you a for instance. When I ask people what real estate market are they in, they tell me the city that they're in usually. But then I'll ask them, so what is it that you sell? And they're like, well, I sell real estate. Well, no, like we know you sell real estate, but like I'm in the resale market. That's my niche. I'm very good at the resale market. I can find a good buy that way. I'm not really a new construction agent. I can sell them, but I'm not going to sit in a model home, right? So the idea is just because you have a real estate license doesn't mean that you're for everybody. So find out who your people are. Like, who are your target audiences? Like, are they the moving up? Like, as you go in your career, you start with the first time home buyers, right? Like they are kind of in this, well, they were for me, they were in the same price range as me, same income range as me. So I could relate. And then as I made a move up, it was weird. My prices on my resales actually went up. Why is that? Well, it's because I resonate with them. I understand them, and I know what they're buying. Now I'm up in the other price points, 700 plus, and now that's because that's really my demographic. And my people have made a move up, and they've stayed with me 3, 4, 5 houses deep. So really be intentional. And I loved your thing this morning about talking about a word. My word this last year was intention, but be very intentional about these lead magnets. You're not for everybody. You're just looking for the people who resonate with you and that are going in the same direction as you, that you can best help. That's who you're looking for. But I cultivate these people into a little list. Speaking of lead magnets, just to say one last thing, when you're gathering these emails, remember when Instagram went down? It was offline for an entire day. Everyone was freaking out. They're like, oh my God, we can't advertise. And all these businesses were freaking out, and individual agents were freaking out. Guess what? I had a list of 26,000 people. I still sold product. The email list is money. That is your money maker, is your email list. Forget the likes and the saves and the whatever. It's the email list. So that exchange of information, that is your golden egg. That your database is your golden egg as a real estate agent. And you should work every single day to build that database, even if it's just one person you add every day.
Yes.
Hopefully, that's a long story. That's a long, I talk a lot, but you know,
No, I love all of that. So I just want to recap basically what you said, which was first of all, when you find a lead magnet, try to find something that not every single person has because everybody has a buyer and a seller guide. They're fine, they're good. There's a reason why they're out there, but you need something else. Find
yeah.
something else. And when you're searching for something to use as a lead magnet, think about who your target audience is, as Nikki was talking about, because you're not meant to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
So definitely make sure that you are tapping into. An example would be, I know that she may be on here, I'm not sure, but she specifically works with equestrian properties. Like that's her niche.
Mhm.
And so can you imagine the cool lead magnets that she could create
Yeah.
specifically for horse people that, I don't know anything about horses, but I am certain that there are some really cool things that she would be able to put together that would resonate with her target audience. And I feel like that's exactly what you were saying is just find who that person is that you want to talk to. And that's who you need to fill your database up with.
Yes. You can have 100 people that want to work with you that are just lukewarm, or you can have one solid person that's on your team. Like go
Yeah.
sell that person a house. Forget about the other 100. Like, yeah, you have to have them there, but they're not your people. Like they're just not your people. I always find it interesting when people are like, how come all these men are sliding into my DMs? I don't know. Like that's who your audience is. Like that's who, what you're putting out there, that's what they're seeing. So be really careful like what it is that you put out there. Like we all know, if I start clicking on bathing suits because I want to see bathing suits, and because it's summertime, I get to see every freaking company that's giving bathing suits out there, right? So be very careful about what you click on your own or on your business page, because now all your social media is going to be wrapped into that instead of your target audience. Your target audience is the people in your community, in your cities. And that's the stuff that you should be commenting on, and building that rapport with, not on shopping online on social media, which is why I'm a huge advocate of having 2 different Instagram accounts.
Love that.
Or
Yes.
accounts.
All right, I'm going to do one more question. What is an actionable piece of advice regarding lead magnets or creating a lead magnet that you can give to people that are in recharge that they can implement in their business?
So my best advice, complicate it. My second advice would be start small. And if you think that you already know, do the exercise, create the one that I share with you, so that you actually have to think through how to make these things connect. What you're going to find is, just as in the real estate business, there's all these shiny things out there. Hey, hire us for leads, hire us for Facebook, hire us for this. Wait till you get into the marketing world. Hey, hire us for your funnels, hire us for this. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're $2,000 into platforms, that's going out every single month. So I would tell you, what I'm sharing with you is a Google form, and it's free, it's easy. But the reason why I started there is I really want your brain to think about, how can I better use this, or how can I use this again and recreate it myself in a different, purposeful way, so that your brain starts thinking in terms of marketing instead of in terms of lack thereof, if I can be blunt about that. It's really difficult right now. Real estate agents are having this challenge where the lack of is in the forefront of what we're experiencing. And I would tell you, start understanding that it's not the lack of, it's just you need to find a way to tap into it. And I'm giving you an opportunity to find them in a unique, intentional, purposeful way that's going to provide massive value for your people. And just know that you're doing something good, and that may put you in a positive direction and kind of propel you forward as you move into 2024. So start small, do the little things first, do the basics and understand the basic concept, and then then you can go get fancy with it. My husband always says, when people get cute, they get in trouble.
Well,
You think that you can go around, you're going to find a shortcut. My husband's a police officer. I think everyone knows this by now, but my husband's a cop. He's like, people get cute with the law, and that's when they find themselves in big trouble. But I think that that's true for everything. You try to get cute or get fancy before you've actually learned the steps, and it's going to cost you. It'll cost you. So the whole buyer beware, right?
yeah.
So it's fun.
Amazing. Thank you so much. There are some questions in the chat, and I know Nikki will pop in and she'll answer those questions for you. But we have another session to go to, and definitely check out her session tomorrow, all about lead magnets. She'll break everything down for you. If you're still feeling like, what the heck am I supposed to be doing? She'll break it all down for you. As always, thank you for coming and delivering and being amazing.
Yeah. Thanks
All right,
for
y'all.
having
We
me. Love
will
it.
talk to you.
See ya. See ya.
Bye.